Hello everybody, Paul Richards here with PTZOptics, and in this video we're going to talk about how to live stream a webinar, add a whole ton more participants without having to spend a lot of extra money on having those expensive webinar packages from GoToMeeting or WebEx. So without further ado, let's get started. So here I am in our virtual set, and behind me I have our live.ptzoptics website, which we're going to look at to demonstrate exactly how we live stream our webinars. It was kind of like a light bulb went off when we were like, oh wow, live streaming technology, video conferencing and webinar technology, why not combine the two? It's not as hard as it might sound, and it's actually quite easy, so we're going to talk about it. So if you've already got a USB-based video conferencing system, then you've got everything you need. It's all just software and YouTube Live from there. You do need to think about CDNs, and we're going to look at a really cool way to increase your audience. So if you're already hosting these webinars and you notice that GoToWebinar only allows you to have 100 until you have to pay double the price to get 200 or 300, and it's not enough because you've got a big event and you want to have 100,000. You want to have an unlimited amount. Well, a lot of those people are view only anyway. So what you can do is you can use YouTube Live. And we're going to look at that in a second here and how we live stream our events. We have changed things around a little bit, so bear with me. But this is basically you've got your web conferencing system, and then you just add one more computer, and you've got your live streaming system. So you capture that web conference with a frame grabber, and then you just stream it out to YouTube Live so that hundreds of thousands of people can watch it. And we've got some tips for you to do that. One of the cool things that you can do is you can use a service called restreaming.io or restream.io. And what it allows you to do is you send one stream to them, then they'll stream it to YouTube Live and Ustream and Hitbox and Dailymotion and all the different live streaming platforms. So you can really grow your audience super fast with a free service called Restream. So as soon as you leave just that closed circuit webinar and start streaming it out to the world, there's a lot of different options, and we have some tips and tricks on that. One of the most important things, though, is to have a good network connection, both for the PC that you're doing your webinar on and the PC you're live streaming with. You can do both with one PC, but we use two PCs for a reason, because it's just more reliable that way. Until they really get super fast computers to do some of this stuff, it's best to kind of separate both interests. So let's take a closer look at our website, which demonstrates a wiring diagram of exactly how we do our live streaming. So here's our live.ptzoptics.com, and you can see here we have a tab called How We Live Stream. Now I will say that this has changed a little bit, so I'll try to mention those changes. I need to update this document, but basically the basics of it is that you've got a web conferencing PC here and you've got a live streaming laptop over here, and there's a connection in between with an HDMI frame grabber. So we've split the HDMI, one to your display so you can see what you're doing on the computer, and then another goes to a frame grabber which comes in USB to your laptop, which takes the audio and video and live streams it to YouTube. So that's basically the way it's done, but we're adding a few things here, and I'll try to complement them here. We're adding, instead of having this here, we're actually routing the audio through the HDMI, through the frame grabber, through here to get a higher quality audio. And then what we're doing is we're also taking the video we're taking this camera, I'm sorry for this being complicated, and bringing it into here. And then we're taking the video output and streaming it back into YouTube. Hopefully that makes sense. So what we're doing is we're taking the output, which has lower thirds, different things, all of those things that you're adding with the live streaming laptop, and we're actually feeding it back into the video conference so everyone in the video conference can see all of that. And then we are taking, instead of connecting the camera at all to the live streaming laptop, we're just connecting it directly to, the web conferencing computer. We're actually just bypassing that, because we're sending the finished video instead of the video directly from the camera, if that makes sense. And instead of having this audio here, what we're doing is We're having an audio mixer, so I'm sorry, guys. I promise we will release an updated document on this. This system, as it stands, does work, but we found out that routing the audio a little bit differently and then having 2 headsets for the hosts. So just a little earpiece so that they can hear the program audio from the far end makes it a better experience. So look for more information on that, but this is available today. It does work. It's just that we've come up with some better solutions on how to do that, that full layout. So that's how you live stream a video conference. Like I said, with the camera, you may not need a camera for your web conference because you can actually take the entire output of your system and feed it directly into your webinar. So there's a lot of different ways actually to do this. But the point of this video is to show you that you can, and it's not very expensive to do, and you can dramatically increase your reach with your audience to reach just so many more people than just your live streaming webinar. Now you're going live on YouTube, you're going live on Dailymotion, you're going live on Twitch, Ustream, Hitbox, all these different places, so that now all those places are saying, oh, look, we've got a live show from this person, we've got a live webinar from that person, and it just increases your audience so much that it's definitely worth looking into. We're happy to help. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions, reach out to us, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here's our other videos, and then below we've got the virtual sets. Thanks, everybody.